Nigerian process of restructuring must be concluded before the 2023 election, Nwodo claims. The former President General of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, John Nwodo, has stated that the processes to begin the restructuring of Nigeria as a nation must be concluded before the 2023 elections. Nwodo, who was speaking on Friday at the 17th Chief Gani Faweyimi annual lecture, said that the process of restructuring must be concluded before 2023 so as to avert a situation where sections of the country may boycott the elections and present the country with a constitutional force majeure. According to Nwodo, there was a time the mainstay of Nigerian economy was agriculture, and all the regions had different items they were producing and exporting, which availed them funds to develop their regions. He thus urged the federal government to ensure the completion of the restructuring process before the next dispensation so that the nation avoids the coming catastrophe. Nwodo said there was only one reason why things worked so well then. We had a regional system of government that allowed regions to enjoy sovereignty over their national resources, whilst paying royalties and taxes to the federal government or domestic security was independent and uncontrolled by the federal government. Suddenly, the army came to power and abrogated our constitution, turned us into a unitary system, and imposed a unitary constitution on us. They seized our natural resources and donated them to the federal government to share without adequate respect for derivation. Thank you for listening to this news. And that is why we must do all that we can to make sure that we are not uh, we are not um, we are not ruled by the military. That is why we do all we can to make sure that the military doesn't come to play. You understand? Because if the military come to play and take over power, I tell you, you will definitely regret it. This restructuring that Nwodo is calling out for is something that I, for one, recognize and attest to. It's so pity that our government don't succumb to this restructuring, because it is one very good thing that is going to bring a complete change to this country. This unnecessary menace and attack that we are experiencing is going to be a thing of the past if we succumb to restructuring. I tell you, though the IPOPs on their own side are not in support of restructuring, they don't even want to hear about it because they on their own side have endured enough, and I support them. They don't restructuring, no restructuring is none of their business. What they are after is freedom, and that I think and support that it should be given. Some persons will say, let's forget about Biafran freedom and focus on restructuring. My dear, left alone me, I will tell you that give them their Biafran. If you people want to restructure, then you restructure. But then the only thing I would say I'm in support for with after Biafran actualization, or even the actualization of Biafra, for Nigerians to see that to see the proof of truly what these people have been agitating for is genuine. Let there be a referendum to that effect. Do you understand? Let there be a referendum to that effect, so that Nigerians will know that truly, yes, these are the people that are still interested in one Nigeria. Not by this one will come say what he likes, one will come and say what he likes. Do you understand now? No. Let's have it as a practical. Let's see the reality. Let's see the reality. This restructuring that we are all agitating for, yes, I know it is good. I understand it and I succumb to that, because I have seen it to be something that is going to bring a complete change and complete transformation to this country. But that should not affect the Biafrans' agitation for freedom. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So it's a good thing if the president can succumb to that. I don't know why the president is running away from it. Obasanjo also ran away from it during his own tenure, but now he's supporting it. Now is speaking of it and is attesting to it. He's calling for it because he has seen the importance of it. This unnecessary insecurity problem we are having, I'm telling you, if we have restructuring, everything will change. Why some persons are not giving in for it is because they are believing that it's going to affect their administration. No, it's not going to affect your administration. It's just going to limit some departments in your administration. It's going to create some limits, because the extent in which Buhari administration is operating is just too much and too high. It's too much and too high. So there is need for a limit, and that is why the so-called chief of army staff is still on that seat. Had it meant there is a restructuring whereby the president is refuses to remove him, I'm telling you, someone else would have gotten the power to remove him. Someone else would have gotten the power to remove him based on restructuring. So there are so many things that the Buhari administration is preventing from being affected. That is why he's saying no to restructuring. They don't want it because they know what the harm is going to cause to them. But that is their own problem. That is their own problem. Whether they accept it or they don't accept it, the most important thing is that the citizens should be given the right treatment that they truly deserve. Do you understand now? They should be given the right treatment that they truly deserve. The painful part of it again is that the Igbos that they have refused to give their freedom is also affecting them. So, my dear viewers, please, your comment concerning this are very, very important. Deem it fit to leave them below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.